Alright guys, so we're at Dolly's today. You know, your boy just came first place in the OTS. You know what I'm saying? This deck is absolutely amazing. Some of the reasons why I won is because this deck is new. And a lot of people know what this deck does. And my goal here today is to educate you guys on what this deck does. There's an OTS championship today here at Dolly's. You know, only 4 rounds, 4 round standings. I got this thing here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We got this thing. This thing here, and we got, of course, how many packs is this?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
4 packs of Dune. You know what I'm saying? So this Illusion playmat, we don't. Crimson versus Majestic playmat available now at tx1.com, guys. If you guys want to pimp out your Red Dragon Archfiend deck, this is the best playmat to do it with. You know what I'm saying? This is why I won today. But in all seriousness, the deck is actually really fun. This is the full power deck list that me and Pocket have been working on, but it's a little bit different from the deck list I showcased you guys last week, with some minor changes because we figured out that there are some cards that this deck loses to. Not some cards, a lot of cards this deck loses to. So we want to be prepared for that. So my matchups today were we played against Manadium, another Manadium, and then we played against Brandon Camaro. And then we played against Brandon at the very end, and your boy came 4-0 standings, you know what I'm saying? So here we go. Without further ado, let's get started. And be sure to get, you know, the sleeves today. tx1.com. I'm using the sleeves. All my opponent asked me, Sam, are those PC whites? I said, no, they're Supreme Pros. Best sleeve in the game. Link in the description box below. Get your playmat, get your sleeves, get the whole shebang, you know? All right, start with the monster real quick, of course. Triple Soul Resonator. This card's a 1-card starter in the entire deck. You guys already know what this card does. So just any of your Fiend monsters directly from your deck to your hand. This is like one card combo. Double Crimson Resonator. This card is also like one of the best cards in the entire deck. Honestly, I want to bump this card up to 3 because I feel like this opening up with this and Bone Archfiend is better than opening up with Soul Resonator and Bone Archfiend. But I'll show you guys 2 combos near the end of the video that you guys can utilize when it comes to using these cards. Double Synchron Resonator, it's a free extender, and the recycling effect is not once per turn, so if you can send him to the graveyard multiple times, you can basically recycle back your Resonator cards from a graveyard to your hand. And last but not least, you're going to play, of course, Double Vision Resonator. It's a free extender, which is level 2. Using Crimson Resonator, bring out these cards directly from the deck, which is great. And when sent to the graveyard, you basically get to add a spawn trap that mentions Red Dragon Archfiend directly from your deck to your hand. So searching Crimson Gaia or also Red Zone is just absolutely ridiculous. And that's pretty much it for the Resonator engine. Next off, of course, we're going to play triple copies of Bone Archfiend. This is the reason why this deck is good. One of the best cards ever printed for like a Red Dragon Archfiend based deck. The recovery alone is just ridiculous. So like if your opponent breaks your board and you have 1 card in your hand from the draw phase, you can literally still game your opponent with just 1 Bone Archfiend. That's how good this card is, because getting access to Red Rising is what you want to do with this deck until it's level 4, right? It dumps any of your Fiend tuners directly from your deck to the grave. Sending Crimson Resonator to the graveyard is absolutely amazing. And last but not least, we're going to play the 1 Obsessive Oovaloop. It's an Earth, so they can't Bistio this, which is insane. Banishing, of course, a Synchro monster to recycle this card from your graveyard to your hand, and also feeding your Banish Zone with your Dispatter off this is absolutely ridiculous. And it's a Fiend, level 4 tuner, which you can dump to the graveyard using Bone Archfiend. So this is like one of the most integral part of your combos. So that's it. And then that's pretty much for the monsters. These are all engine. All you need to do is draw Soul Resonator and you win the duel. Alright? Here we go. Next off for the spells, Triple Prosperity. You have to play Prosperity. It's a 1-2 card combo deck, and you want to see your combos 100% of the time, and also like digging to get your like cross-outs is also very insane as well. So Pod is insane. This card should be banned, by the way. Triple copies of Crimson Gaia. This card is ridiculous. It's a UCT effect as well, which a lot of people don't know. And if a card is destroyed by battle or card effect while it's on the field, anything, your opponent or you, basically get a special Red Dragon Archfiend from your graveyard, which is absolutely insane. And this searches your Soul Resonator directly from your deck to your hand, and it also searches a Red Zone as well, which is really good. So triple copies of Crimson Gaia, triple copies of Resonator Call. You want to open up a Soul Resonator, or of course Crimson Resonator alongside with Bone, and 1 Foolish Burial. This card is a God card in the deck, which is another search card in the deck, which is really good. And last but not least, 1 Red Zone. This card is broken, so ideally you want to end on with Red Supernova Dragon, which is absolutely insane. This card is Interruption and also a Reborn, which is really good. As long as you control a Red Dragon Archfiend or a Synchro monster that mentions it, it pops 1, which is ridiculous. So Red Zone is really good. Pops 1 every single turn, which is really nice. And it's also like one of the best extenders in the entire deck. Now off your non-engine, you're playing 16 non-engine, triple crossouts and 1 Call by the Grave. The deck loses to everything. Loses to Nib really hard. Loses to Droll in some certain hands. Like, you want to make sure your combo goes through. Once your combo goes through, you win the duel. I'll show you guys that combo in a sec. But cross out, call by. But no one mains Droll, so you're good. Triple Book of Eclipse, absolutely insane. With Prosperity going second, you want to dig into your board breakers. So Eclipse is just really nice. Triple Imperm, obviously triple Nib. and of course triple Ash Blossom. So yeah, like you want to cross out the Nib. That's pretty much it. People don't know when to Ash in this deck. People don't know what to hit against this deck. So Ash doesn't even matter. Most people just Ash my Soul Resonator right away, but when you have Bone Extender or Foolish, you pretty much still have combo. So it didn't even matter. So you kind of want to save cross out for the Nibs, right? Or Book of Eclipse. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the main deck. Let's go on to the extra deck real quick. Of course, triple copies of Red Rising Dragon. It's not once per turn, which is absolutely ridiculous. Best card in your deck. Double Red Dragon Archfiend. Double Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend. This card is amazing. It's also a board wipe as well. If you send it to the graveyard, it destroys all attack position monster point controls as a synchro material. So you put yourself to defense mode, I kill you. You put yourself to attack mode, I still kill you. You know what I'm saying? So like Red Dragon Archfiend has the ability to just flip everything, destroys everything that's in defense. And also Crimson Gaia also is a Book of Moon as well, right? It flips everything face down. So like you're board breaking regardless. Like if they try to play around this, they can't, because Red Dragon destroys all defense, and this card also puts everything. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, you can't play around it. It's just GG. Of course, Hot Red, really powerful. Obviously in this deck, when you inflict damage, get a special amount of tuner monster from your grave, which is amazing. Red Supernova, this is what you want to end on all the time. This card is the god card in the deck. So basically the way that you want to play this deck is kind of like Prank Kids. You summon this card, this is your Battle Butler, right? So you Battle Butler with Red Zone, you banish everything. Banish all cards, not monsters. Banish all cards. And then you use Red Zone, okay? Red Zone to revive this card back from the banish to do it again. So it's like a double board wipe every single time. So it's either Soul Resonator ends on with one card disc with Red Zone, but obviously hard loses to Imperm. That's why if I open up a one card combo, I never end on this because you lose to one Imperm. But you can do that, you know what I'm saying? Like just a double board wipe every like 2 times in one turn. And also gains 500 for each tuner monster in the graveyard. So you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like they're not beating this card. This card is insane. So you double Red Zone. Void Ogre Dragon, really great. You always end on this as well. This Karibo right here, amazing. Scarlight, Red Dragon Archfiend, Bistro Dispatter, and of course Tyrant. Yeah, that's pretty much it for your extra deck. For your side, of course, double Druid's Worm and Magnamut. It's good against Unchained, obviously. People don't know how to play Unchained properly, so you capitalize on these cards really nice. Drone Lockbird. My locals is filled with, you know, really degenerate decks like Vanadiums. I don't know why people still play that deck. But you know, you have to side it for the bad player. You know what I'm saying? Triple Thrust, really great right here. Lightning Storm, Harpies, Tactics, Change, Evenly, and 1 D-Barrier. To run off for your deck. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna go home right now since I want to set up the video better so you guys can see the combos and the lines. But yeah, this is my first place deck list. I'll catch you guys at home in a bit. Showcase you guys some bread and butter combos you guys can do with this deck right here. All right, guys, welcome to the combos in this video. I want to showcase you guys some bread and butter combos that you guys must know when it comes to playing this deck competitively. Before we begin, be sure to get your Cosmic versus your Crimson playmat today in the link in the description box below. This is one of the newest Hollow Foil series release that I dropped over at tx1.com. Make sure you guys get this playmat today in the link down below. Of course, the sleeves that I use in all my videos are the Supreme Pro pure white sleeves, the best sleeves in the entire world. And you guys can save a ton of money by getting bundles on my website at tx1.com. And be sure to use the coupon code POTATO10, POC10, Milano10 for 10% off of your entire orders on all sleeves and playmats. So you guys will get 10% off this as well. And it's free shipping over $100. So you guys can shop away, get savings on top of savings. You guys are absolutely insane. So I want to showcase you guys some bread and butter combos you guys can do with this deck. Pure 1-card combo in this deck is probably just like Crimson Gaia. It's like just like a pure 1-card combo. So first and foremost, we're gonna go activate Crimson Gaia. Like let's say like you open up with Crimson Gaia and like 4 non-engines, right? So you just go Crimson Gaia effect. You're gonna search your Soul Resonator directly from your deck to your hand. You're gonna normal summon Soul Resonator, activate Soul Resonator's effect. You are gonna search Bone Archfiend from your deck to your hand, and then you're gonna activate Bone Archfiend's effect to send Crimson Gaia from your field to the grave. Summon, of course, Bone Archfiend. Activate Bone Archfiend effect to basically decrease to target Soul Resonator and decrease its level by 1. And you are gonna send your Crimson Resonator directly from your deck to the grave. And then you go these 2 right here to make Red Rising Dragon. And then you're going to activate your Red Rising Dragon's effect, special back your Crimson Resonator from your grave. You're going to activate your Crimson Resonator's effect to special, of course, your Vision Resonator directly from the deck. And also another Crimson Resonator, which is absolutely amazing. And obviously, this is very standard. You're going to synchro these 3 guys. So 3 tuners and 1 non-tuner to make level 12, which is your Super Red Hot Nova Dragon. And then you're going to activate, of course, your Vision Resonator's effect. You are going to search your Red Zone directly from your deck to your hand. So if you open up with a 4 non-engine, this is the board that I would probably set up. So this is like a pure 1 card combo that you guys can do with this deck. It's the Super Red Nova Dragon Banish. You know what I'm saying? Banish your opponent's entire board, and then you can activate Red Zone to bring it back to banish your opponent's entire board once again, right? Which is absolutely insane. So let's go back. Let's say you didn't open up as many non-engines, or you want to go on a different route. You guys can go ahead and do so. But what you can do is that you activate Red Rising, summon back Crimson Resonator, same thing. And you can activate Crimson Resonator's effect, especially when, of course, your Vision Resonator from the deck, and also your Synchron Resonator directly from the deck as well. And then using these two, you're going to make, of course, Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend, summon Scarred, amazing. Just trigger off your Vision Resonator to search your Red Zone directly from your deck to your hand. So you're going to add Red Zone right here. And then you're going to use these two right here, synchro these two to make Hot Red, okay? And now this trigger off Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend's effect, Chain Link 1, Synchron Resonator, Chain Link 2, to add back your Vision Resonator from your graveyard to your hand, okay? This will now special summon, of course, your Red Dragon Archfiend from your extra deck. Then you use these two right here to either make this pattern, okay? You can just go this, or you can go these two into this, okay? Or you can make this pattern, and then you can special summon Vision Resonator, activate Hot Red, should be this, summon Scarred, which is absolutely amazing. And this is like full damage right here. This is 32, 35, 3,000, over 9,000 right here. If you guys want to do that, this combo is like really good into OTKs as well. It's like a 1 card OTK combo, which is absolutely insane. Or instead of a Hot Bane, you can literally just make the Dispatter, you know what I'm saying? And this is like potentially just like 3 disruption right here, just off 1 card, which is absolutely insane. But you have nothing banished. That's why Oovaloop is really important. Other than that, next turn you pretty much have a pretty strong setup right here. Even like Dispatter doesn't do anything because you need Red Zone to trigger off, right? This is still like kind of 1 disruption. So I guess like you kind of just want to end on this, to be honest, and also the Tyrant right here instead of that, because that way these two are immediately just live, and you also got Soul Resonator to protect your board as well, right? Which is absolutely amazing. So this is it. This is the kind of what I do with just 1 card. It's not like the greatest 1 card ever, but you know what I'm saying? It's either you end on this or Supernova. You know, it's off to personal preference, but I feel like Supernova is just a bit better if you end on with just 1 card combo, right? Obviously, you open up with 5 cards in your opening hand. You kind of don't want to just end on this. Obviously, but this is like a 1 card combo, what you're able to accomplish. Let's go with some more combos with this deck. All right, guys, here we go. Combo number 2. This is obviously bread and butter as well. If you open up with Soul Resonator, Moon Archfiend, you pretty much just have a really good, first and opening hand. You want to go Soul Resonator effect. You're going to search Crimson right here, okay? And then you go activate Moon Archfiend, send Crimson Resonator to the grave, special summon, of course, Moon Archfiend, activate Moon Archfiend effect to level modulate Soul Resonator to level 2 by sending Oovaloop to the grave. This card's now level 2. Now you're gonna synchro these two, okay, for a Red Rising, okay. Activate Red Rising's effect to basically special summon back your Crimson Resonator from your grave. Activate Crimson Resonator's effect. You're gonna special summon, of course, Synchron Resonator and also your Vision Resonator right here, which is really great. Summon these two. Now what you do next is that using these 2 cards right here, these two, same thing. You're gonna make, of course, your Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend. Just triggering off your Vision Resonator. To search your Crimson Gaia. Then you're going to activate your Crimson Gaia right here. Activate its effect. You can search Red Zone right here, which is amazing. Card that mentions it, you can search Red Zone. Okay, search your Red Zone directly from your deck to your hand. And now what you can do is that using these two right here, synchro these guys to the grave. You're going to make your Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. You're going to activate your Synchron Resonator to add back your Vision from your graveyard to your hand. This is your hand right here. So now you trigger off your Synchron Resonator Chain Link 1, Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend Chain Link 2. Summon, of course, Red Dragon Archfiend right here from your extra deck. And then Synchron Resonator is going to add your Vision directly from your grave to your hand. Now using these two right here, you're going to synchro these for level 10, which is, of course, your Bistio Dispatter. And then now what's going to happen next is that you are going to activate Obsessive Oovaloop's effect in the graveyard. You're going to banish the Red Rising Dragon from your grave to add Oovaloop back to your hand. And now you're going to activate your Bistio Dispatter's effect. And now what's going to happen next is that you're going to use your Obsessive Oovaloop's effect, especially this card from your hand, by banishing, of course, the Scarred Red Dragon Archfiend right here. Now you're going to use your Bistio Dispatter's effect to special summon and back, of course, your Red Rising Dragon that's in your banish zone, which is amazing. And then since you control level 5 or higher Dark Dragon monster, you special summon this card from your hand because you haven't special summoned it using its own effect yet. So you're special summon, of course, so of course you get special summon the Vision Resonator from your hand. And you get to use these cards right here. It's like there's so many different lines right here. So if you're trying to kill right here, you can easily, here I'll show you guys 2 lines. You can go level 10 right here, or hot red. Okay, and then you can use this effect to tribute this. Summon back Red Dragon Archfiend, and then just go for lethal right here, which is absolutely insane. Or if you're going first, right here. So we'll go back to this, right? We'll go this. Obviously, if you're going first, go these two. Make Void Ogre. You set the red zone. You pretty much, this is your end board right here. You have, obviously, if you have all other non-engine, you know, you have Ash, you want to use all those cards first, empty out your hand, set whatever you need to set. And this is your end board right here. On your opponent's turn, you get activate red zone, revive this card back for your banish. So red zone can trigger to pop a card, which is absolutely amazing. You got a negate with this, a pop with this, a negate with this, and also a potential negate with this as well, right? So there's a bunch of things that you can do. And also, like, Soul Resonator will protect your entire board as well, which is absolutely amazing. So this can trigger off your Dispatter earlier. So if your opponent tries to board wipe, you have Soul Resonator in the graveyard to protect it. And yeah, this is kind of like your first turn end board that you want to end on all the time when it comes to playing this deck with just 2 cards, right? So this is just like a very standard combo that you guys can do when it comes to playing this deck. And then you have Uvolup for the following turn to trigger off with your Dispatter and stuff like that. It's a pretty basic bread and butter combo that you guys must know when it comes to playing this deck. Let's go with the last combo. This, in my opinion, is the best combo personally. You want to special summon Crimson Resonator. You're going to normal summon Bone Archfiend. Right here, normal. Synchro these 2 cards to the grave. You're going to special summon, of course, your Red Rising. Activate your Red Rising's effect to special summon back your Crimson Resonator. Activate Crimson Resonator's effect to special summon, of course, your Vision and also your Soul Resonator directly from the deck. Activate Soul Resonator to search your Synchron Resonator directly from your deck to your hand. Now what's going to happen next is very, very simple. Using these 2 cards right here, you're going to send these to the grave to make your hot red. Okay, you're summon your hot red right here, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now what's going to happen next is that you're going to special summon your Synchron Resonator right here, which is absolutely amazing. So you're going to use these 2 cards right here, send them to the graveyard. This special summon your Bistro Dispatter right here, which is amazing. Now this triggers off your Synchron Resonator to add Soul Resonator back from your graveyard to your hand. Now what you're going to do is that you're going to trigger off your Bone Archfiend in the grave since you haven't used this effect yet. You're going to send your Soul Resonator to the graveyard, special summon Bone Archfiend. Now you're going to level modulate by making Crimson Resonator level 1. This is now level 1. You're going to dump your Uvolup to the graveyard using Bone's effect. Yeah, using Bone's Archfiend's effect. Okay, now what's going to happen next is very simple. You are going to use your Uvolup's effect in the grave to banish, of course, the hot red, to add Uvolup back to your hand. Okay, now what you do next is very simple. You are going to synchro these 2 cards right here, level 6, to make your Red Rising. Red Rising is amazing because Red Rising will activate its effect right here. Chainlink 1 Red Rising, Chainlink 2 Vision Resonator. Vision Resonator is going to search your Crimson Gaia. Okay, and then Red Rising is going to trigger its effect, especially, of course, your Synchron Resonator from the graveyard, which is insane as well. And now what's going to happen next is that you can use your Dispatter's effect, summon back your hot red right here. So you play around, obviously evenly matched right here, and also Dark Ruler, which is amazing. And now what's going to happen next is that you get to activate your Uvolup that's in your hand by banishing the Red Rising that's in your graveyard. Summon, of course, your Uvolup. Okay, summon your Uvolup. And then what's going to happen now is that Uvolup is level 4, 1, 1, 6, 6. So that gives you 3 tuners and 1 non-tuner to make, of course, your hot Supernova, red Supernova Dragon. Right here, this triggers off your Synchron Resonator to add back your Soul Resonator from your graveyard to your hand. Yeah. Add your Soul Resonator from your graveyard to your hand. And you activate your Crimson Gaia right here. This searches your red zone directly from your deck to your hand. Adds the red zone. Adds from graveyard to hand as well, which is really, really good. Then you add this, and then this is your end board right here with just literally 2 cards. This is why Crimson is insane, right? So this is your end board right here. Really, really strong end board. You got Dispatter negate, you got hot red negate, you got double red zone. So Supernova banishes your opponent's entire board, and then you get to activate your red zone to basically recycle this card back and then do it again, which is absolutely insane. So it's like an insane Battle Butler, which is twice. And then if your opponent can't beat this, you pretty much just win the duel on the following turn. You got Bone Resonator that's already in the graveyard. You got Face Up Crimson Gaia, which is once per turn search. You got Soul Resonator that's in your hand to just normal summon to search anything for the following turn. So this is like the combo I try to go for all the time. And, you know, you end on with like, it's like 5 disruptions, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is 4 disruptions. Sorry. 4 disruptions, just 2 cards. It's like, this is like double board wipe, which is insane. Banish every card your opponent controls, which is ridiculous. Right here, and you can do that twice. Omnigate, Dispatter, and against Dark Ruler no more. If your opponent activate Dark Ruler, you chain Red Zone, chain Hot Red Dragon Archfiend to basically negate the Dark Ruler no more, and you have follow-up. So yeah,
this is basically the combo that you want to try to go towards when it comes to playing this deck right here. The deck is absolutely gas. I love the way this deck functions. It's really fun to play, to be honest. So you guys can catch a lot of people off guard. Just add a bunch of non-engines to the deck to make this deck really powerful. Things that I would change is probably put Crimson to 3. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys get your playmat today in the link down below at tx1.com. It's your boy Sam from Team Star Sam signing out. All right, guys. Peace.